Hello, beautiful dolls. Welcome back to the dollhouse. So today, we're making the first video of 2017. It's a little late. I've been really sick. So, glad to be back. Glad to not be so sick. Not well yet, but we're getting there. So, today we're going to talk about things falling out of my lap. No, we're going to talk about my 2016 favorites. We're going to start out with some brushes. Never mind the man behind the screen. Yes, The Wizard of Oz is still my favorite. 2016, 1973, when I was born. I'm not that old. Yes, I am that old. These brushes, and some of them, the little coffin they come in, have been my favorites since some of them were made. And this one, which I can't get out of its coffin at the moment, along with these, are still my favorites. These older ones are double-ended, and the Kat Von D brushes are amazing. They're not cheap by any means. I mean, they're better than the prices on the MAC brushes, which I also love. But they definitely get the job done, and I love them. These are awesome brushes. Unfortunately, I only currently have 4 of them, which I think there's only one I'm missing from what she has out. I have a ton of other brushes, but they're newer, so they can't be 2016 favorites. And like every beauty person out there, my favorite for the most of the year contour palette is the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. We all know that these are the best highlights and bronzers. This is my second installment of this palette. As you can see, I've barely used it this time. But that's because this time she has a buddy. I got the Tarteist Pro Glow. I'm not a big fan of the way it opens. It's gonna slip open and something's gonna fall. It has these great highlight colors, and then this really cool cream bronzer, which you can see where I've been using. And what I like to do so that I don't get fallout in the cream bronzer is I turn it upside down. That way the fallout, when it goes down, doesn't hit the cream bronzer. Otherwise you have to wipe that out and you lose product. And I've heard so many people complaining about the loss of that product, and I don't get why they don't realize, just flip it around. They're talking about like making a protective covering for it. All you have to do is turn it upside down, and that way, it all falls down. You just have to be a little bit more careful when you're using this one and this one so that you don't blow it that way. Little extra care, it's all taken care of. And I like to keep a scrunchie around this to hold it together. That way, you can be sure that it's not going to slip open. That's just my idea. Favorite eyeshadow palette for the last half of this year, which is the Tarteist Pro. I know that there's also been a lot of people who don't really love this palette, but I have to say that mine is pigmented beyond belief. The colors are amazing. The pigmentation just absolutely rules. They're super blendable. The shadows are smooth. There's not a whole lot of fallout. And I just love it. I took a vote on what I should get with my birthday money this year from subscribers. And this is what I ended up getting. And I'd like to thank my subscribers dearly, especially Kelly Lindsay, because she had the biggest voice. And this is what I ended up with, and I absolutely love this palette. In fact, in a later video, when I talk about the Project Pan, this is the palette I will be using for the first Project Pan of 2017. I love this palette. And I'll link the video below for my review on this palette. Now, my second favorite palette is the Kat Von D, that's the metal side, metal matte palette. While being rather large, this palette has a wonderful mix of shades. It is, again, in Kat Von D style, extremely pigmented, has great blendability, and is just extremely wonderful. Kat Von D never fails to amaze when it comes to her shadows. I absolutely love her products. I'm a huge Kat Von D fan, which makes it kind of amazing that I'm not buying the Kat Von D Too Faced collaboration while it is full price. Now, my favorite blush was NARS. Go figure, right? And this is my first bougie high-end blush, by the way. Was NARS Orgasm. I know that's like everybody's has it. Look at the pigmentation on that blush though. And it looks great with my skin tone. It is just a beautiful blush. I love it. So, and I guess with just about every look, it looked great, and I fell in love with it. It was probably I think it was the first blush I got this year. And I actually got it as a gift. So, that might have had something to do with it. This year's favorite eyeliner was the Tarteist Pro Gold Metallic Glitter Liner combination. It has the metallic gold on one end and the glitter gold on the other. Both ends are extremely spectacular. The glitter end dries with almost no fallout, so that's like amazing. And you can paint the glitter pretty much anywhere for a great touch of glitter. So I really liked that last year. Sorry, gotta get used to that. My favorite lipstick was Urban Decay Vice in, can't read the name of that either. I really need new glasses and possibly wear them.
Savage.
In Savage, which was again the first one I bought this year, which is this awesome pink. And when you mix it with my favorite lip liner that I can't currently find, and I know is in this bag, maybe not. Okay, I lost my favorite lip liner, which was also Savage by Urban Decay. It makes this really perfect Barbie pink color, and I'm a Barbie girl, so that's what I did for the majority of the year. My favorite eyeliner is this Stila felt tip liner, because it makes the perfect little flick for that cat eye, and it just goes on so smoothly and so easily that you just flip that right out with no problems, and it lasts forever, which makes it totally worth the, I think, $24. And then I got this Marc Jacobs, which I cannot find a name on it. It's on the box, which I can't find currently, that I got for my birthday from Sephora. This is my favorite waterline. I'm going to have that looked at and see if there's a name on it. And my last favorite for 2016, makeup-wise, is the Urban Decay Setting Spray. Urban Decay All Nighter. Oh, I forgot my favorite foundation. Hold on, I lied. Not my last favorite. Was there a name on that? Okay, yeah, there's no name on it. I'll have to find the box. But this stuff is amazing. It's the best waterline I've ever used. I'll see if I can find a name for that. My favorite primer is the Kat Von D Lock-It Primer. My favorite foundation is the Kat Von D Full Coverage Lock-It Foundation. It covers everything. I don't care what kind of blemishes, discoloration, anything you have. This foundation covers it. It'll even cover tattoos. Trust me, I've done it. So those are my makeup favorites. Now I have favorites YouTubers, favorites services, like my all-time favorite service 2016 is Netflix. I love Netflix. No, I'm not sponsored by Netflix. That would be awesome, however. Netflix, if you want to sponsor somebody who has very few subscribers, please, I could use another free month. My favorite YouTubers are Lashes Tony XO, Nikki Murphy, Heather C, Here Comes JoJo, and I'll link all of them below. If I missed anybody, they'll be in the description. And I think that's it for my favorites for 2016. So thank you guys for coming to the Dollhouse. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified of any future uploads. Leave us a comment. And I'll see you in the next video. Can't wait to see you at the Dollhouse. Bye.